Last week, why are you looking at me like this? Last week we talked about some tags, which includes table tags and the rest. So we talk about list tag also, and you promised me to give me something. You promised me something. You said you give me back my assignment. You know I will remember. Hope you did it, ba? You have done it. Okay, you will still give me. Let me add to it. So today we want to be looking at form tags. Form tags. What do you know about form? Form tags. What do you know about form? Have you heard anything about form before? What is form? Don't tell me you don't know, because when you want to enter school, you fill form. When you want to register computer, you fill form. If you go to bank, you fill form. Everywhere, form. So what we want to do now is that we want to learn how to create online form. Maybe you want to enter Facebook, you fill form. So how do we design that form? We use some tags. What is the tag we use? Form tag. So we have some components that we use for form. What are the components? What are the things you see on form? If they give you form, you'll be seeing some items, some things that form have. Like what? Name, date. Those are the data that is on the form, right?
Yes.
So now we have component of form in HTML. So you know what is form now. So form is form can be defined as a, let's say, as a tool that we use in collecting informations or data from people. Yeah. So those are the things that we use in collecting informations from people, like name, age, class, address, phone number, those things. So I will not stress myself much on data, because we have talked about data when we're talking about Excel. So what I will just concentrate on now is component of form. What are the tags that we use along with form? Number one tag that is important is form tag. So form tag is not a self-closing tag. So when you open a form tag, you need to close it. So for example, in your form that you want to design, you want to write name. You want to write name of the person. What is the tag you will use? You will use input tag. We have many input tag. We have text, we have radio, we have text area. So, but if you want to enter name of person, the tag that you will use, the attribute that you will use along the input tag is text, because it's only text that will enter in the box of name. Your name has number. That is why we need to use text. So you now say input type equal to text. So that is how we can create input type text. Then after you have created this particular tag, you need content. I told us that after each tag we normally have content. So we need content. This content is what you will see on the screen. That's the text you will see that will indicate that this person wants you to type your name. So that particular tag that we use in entering what we want the user to see, let's see the way. This thing is not charging. Okay, sorry. So if you save this thing now and run it, let's see the result. I did not put any content because I want you to see what will be showing. I want to open the. So I'll open with Chrome. This is what we just did. I can type. Abi? So, but now, what am I typing? Are you expecting me to type the name of the class, the name of the school? So it's not yet stated. So I have to like put something as something like, okay, type your name. So that is why you need content. So instead of me to just write direct content, I will now use tag called label. So in the label tag, I can now say type name. Let me just put it name. Then I will close the tag label. So if I save it now, you will now see in before the where I will type the label. See it. It's showing after the box because we from the code here, the label is supposed to come before the input type. So if I want the name to show before the input type, I will put it here. I will first type what the user will see. So I want the user to see name. So if I come here now and resave and run it, you see it. It's giving me name. So this one now is indicating that, okay, I want to write name. But if you notice my content and this content, they are too close. What should I do? I will use what? Which tag to give a space? You still remember the tag that we use to give a space? That's p tag. You can give a paragraph tag or you can give br tag. So I'll refresh it. You see it. So what about, I don't know whether you have seen a form that is not having only name. So but let me just complete this text. So what is making that space where I can type to be appearing is because I use type text. Hope you get it now. So after I've already complete the type text, now I can decide to still add some another attribute. I can add this placeholder. Placeholder is that maybe I don't want to use label. Then I want to describe what my user want to type. So okay, I'm coming. Let me just cut this one out first. So I can put type your name. If I say type your name, this type your name now, because I use it as placeholder. If you check your browser, you see that type your name will be appearing inside the box. That is the essence of placeholder. So if you see, I don't know whether you have seen something like this before, whereby it will show in the place where you want to type your name. Then you now click on it. Then you now start typing. That is place order. So I cancel that label, but if you still want it, you can put it. Label is just telling you first what you want, what the user will type. So you understand input type text. So which other components do we have?
Radio.
Input type. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Input type. Radio. Input type equal to radio. So this particular input type radio, let me do a breaking so that my form will be doing what? Input type radio. Now I want my user to select options. That's why I'm using input type radio. But before I do the input type radio, I want to tell the user that select gender, so that the user can easily, because if I run this one now, it will just be showing radio, but I need to tell the user that enter your gender. So I will use label. I can say choose choose gender. Then you save. Input type radio. Then this particular input type radio normally have name and value as an attribute. This is my tag. All these things, they are just attributes that we need to add to tags to make it function. So now I want to add another attribute called name. So this name now I will give gender. Then in the gender I will now have value, because when the user enter the gender, maybe the person enter male, I don't want it to be able to enter female at the same time. So I will put my first value to be male. So that's for the first one. Then for the second one, I will still continue my input type. Input type radio. Then name. Name is gender. Then value. Value is female. I will still explain this thing again. Let me run it and see the result. Do you see it? Choose gender. Now it's telling me 2 points. So if I select any of the points, I cannot select the same point again. But now I want it to tell me whether it is male or female I'm selecting. So what I will need to do here is that I will put the value in the front. Either I put the value in the back or I put the value in the front. So let me just break it so that it will go down. So I want to put the value here. I can decide to put label so that people will quickly know that this particular something is for male or female. I'll just put mail. Then the second one too, I will put label. Then I'll put female. So if I save it now, let's see the result. You see it. Choose gender. So this one now is more meaningful. Choose gender. Okay, I will now say I'm filling the form. I've already written my name and I want to choose gender. I will just click male. If it is female I want, I will choose female. So this particular radio attribute allows a user to be able to select only one options.
So what does food items have to do with that was just the no, it's accent. Just food items.
Okay. So which other component? So let's say email. So what will be the tag and the attribute? It will be input type. Input type. In this particular one now we are saying email. So our input type will be email. So if we use input type email, if you are typing email and you are not adding at, your form will throw error, because we have already indicating that any user that is typing this email should what? Enter at. So before I will start the input type, I will put my label to be email. That means I want my user to enter email. Input type email. So if the user now see this thing now, when you run it, let's run it so that we see it. You see input type email. Let me just write my name. I will not put at. Let's see what you do. Okay, because it's not yet responding. Had it been next time when you feel maybe you have already connected it to backend, it will now start giving you error. So input type email. Let me add value email. Then you can equally add placeholder. You know what is the meaning of placeholder? That's to add text inside that box. You can say enter your email. So it's already telling me email. So if I change it, when I overthrew it now, do you notice something? When I overthrew it, you see it? Please include an at in the email address. No, now if I just continue, it's supposed to be telling me that I should include. If I have a submit button, maybe it's already having the backend. If I now want to submit, it will now be telling me to include that at, because it's already formatted. See it? You see email is missing an at. If you look at this one now, it won't say anything, because the way you format it is different from the way you format email. So this is another component. Any question? We have talked about 3 components. How many components can you remember?
You have text, radio, and email.
So you know the difference. When you say text, that means you just want to type something. When you said radio, you have maybe many options and you want to choose one. That one we use it for female and male. Then when you talk about email, so that means you want to enter your email address. We still have another component. How many have we mentioned? 1, 2, 3. Let's see if you can enter 5. Another one is password. Maybe I want to give a password to my email. So I'll write another component again. So the input type for this one will be what? Let me first write the label so that it will indicate what the user wants to do. So I want the user to enter password. So I've already indicated that user enter password. So now I will now create a space where the user will enter the password. So it will now be input type. Input type what? Guess. Input type password. So when you enter input type password, you are good. Then when you go to your browser, anything you are typing, it will now be displaying as if you are writing a password. Use it. All what you are writing will not be showing. So that's what they are using on phone. When you are writing password, it will not be showing. So that is another tag. Then another tag again. Which tag can we say again? Let's see. Input type. Input type. Let's look for checkbox. Input type checkbox. So this particular checkbox now is having a name attribute also, and is having a value. So this one, you can, when you are using checkbox, you can use many options. That means you can select more than one option. It's not like a radio button. I don't know whether you understand it. Checkbox means that you have many options to choose from. Maybe maybe in a place whereby you are creating a form that is a list of food that you eat. They now really listed rice, beans, and they put a checkbox inside it. So now you can choose many options. So that's the essence of checkbox. Input type checkbox. Let's see whether it's showing on the screen before we continue. You see it. So I can check it. So you want to ask question? Okay. So now if I want to create many checkbox that will be meaningful. So this particular one now I can decide to add value. Why am I adding value is that this value is basically used when your form is connected to dashboard, to database, when you want to send your work to database. So any value that I selected, it will be recorded in my database. So the value of this checkbox now, you can decide to give. Let's first give name. Let's give a name first. Name. So I want to give a name of food. So the value of the food now I'm giving is maybe rice. So why we are creating this like this is that whenever I'm submitting this form, the value of the rice will go to under food. You may not understand this one now because I'm talking abstract. So but just focus on this tag, that if you want to have many options to choose from, we use checkbox. So after I've already written the value and the name, then I want the user to be able to see whether that particular thing I'm choosing is rice. So that's the essence of me using label. So I will write rice. So now if I want to create another list, I don't need to be writing everything again. I will just copy it. I will paste it under it. Then I will change the value. I can change it to beans. Then I will change the label to beans so that when the user is choosing, we will know that this is the food they are choosing. So let me run it now. You see it. You see it. So rice and beans. Now if I want to make it a meaningful form, I will write an heading. I can say choose. I can even do it like this as normal heading tag. H1. Choose the food you eat. So if I say choose the food you eat now, and I close the H1 tag. So now let's see it from the screen. You see it. People can easily read it and okay, what they ask me to do here, choose the food I eat. Then if I eat rice, I will mark it. If I eat beans, I will mark it also. Not like this one, that if you choose this one, you cannot choose this one again. So be ready to work with all forms. Know which of the components that is good, or know which on the tag that is good to create a form. So do you have any question? We started by defining a form. Then we now listed 5 tags that we use. I will give you the notes so that you go through it and even read it. So thank you and welcome.